In this video, I'm going to be talking about why your weekends are keeping you from progressing in your fitness journey. And yes, you can actually erase a week's worth of progress in just 2 days, say Saturday and Sunday. Most of you, I'd say, are pretty damn locked in Monday to Friday, or at least Monday to Friday night, right, is usually where it starts. Most of you are not out of shape or struggling to get in shape due to what you are doing Monday to Friday. Most people, well, a lot of people are pretty damn locked in. And yes, you can erase a week's worth of progress in just 2 days. Now I'm going to explain why. Here's probably what's happening. Monday to Friday, you're locked in. You're going to the gym when you're supposed to. You're getting your steps in. You're eating the right meals, right? So you are actually, yes, in a deficit. And then as soon as Friday night comes, oh, you know what? Let me have a drink to relax. Munchies, and then you end up overeating, right? Or you just stop tracking. You're like, oh, it's the weekend. It doesn't count. That doesn't make any sense. Your body is still your body. It's still has the same principles that apply. Like if I eat too much, I'm going to gain weight. If I eat less, or less calories, I'm going to lose weight. If I eat at maintenance, I'm staying the same. Like that doesn't change just because the weekend comes. And I think that's where a lot of people can fuck it up. And then after all that, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to start again on Monday and I'll get right back on track. It doesn't work that way. If you want to lose a pound a week, which is a very healthy way to lose fat, then you need to be in a 500 calorie deficit every single day of the week. Right? So 500 times 7 is going to be 3,500. You need to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit for the week in order to lose 1 pound. Now, let's say that you only did that for Monday to Friday. You are in a 2,500 calorie deficit, right? Now, if you did it on Saturday, now you're at 3,000. If you did it on Sunday, now you're at 3,500, right where you need to be. Usually where people fuck it up is they end up being in a surplus, not in a deficit at all. So let's say Saturday and Sunday, you went 1,000 calories over your maintenance. So now you were just in a 2,500 calorie deficit. You just ate 2,000 calories above your maintenance. So now 2,500 minus 2,000, you're now only in a 500 calorie deficit. It's as if you were only in a deficit for 1 day, which is basically nothing. You're not going to lose any weight. At that point, you didn't just completely slow your progress down. You damn near erased it. Here's a better way to go about it if you don't want to be in a 500 calorie deficit even on the weekends, because I get it. It's the weekend. Like you want to go out, especially like if you have a spouse, like he or she may want to go eat somewhere, right? It shouldn't be so restrictive because that's when it's like having a super, like an itch that's like, oh, you really want to scratch it, but you're just not giving it any attention. You're not scratching it. It's just going to get worse and worse. And then finally you're just going to say, fuck it. And you're just going to go ham on that shit. So that's what we don't want. So what you could do, a better route to go is remain in that 500 calorie deficit Monday to Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, eat at maintenance so that you're not going to lose or gain any weight. You're just going to maintain what you did Monday to Friday. So that's a great way to go about it because you're not allowing your weekends to completely ruin all your progress. You're just holding it. You're just stopping. 2,500 calories. Okay, let me go maintenance over the weekend. Okay, cool. Let me do it again Monday to Friday. Imagine how much that is going to compound. Is it a little slower than 1 pound a week? Yeah, but it's still really fucking good and it's still progress and it's still going to work. So being at that 2,500 calorie deficit for the week, say Monday to Friday, and then the weekend is maintenance, instead of losing a pound a week, that's going to be 0.7 pounds in a week. And you multiply that by 4 because 4 weeks in a month, that is 2.8 pounds in a month. 7 times 4 is 28. Yeah, so 2.8 pounds in a month, which is fucking awesome. That's good. A lot of people aren't doing that. And that's just fat. So when I say weight, I don't just mean total body weight. That is pounds of fat. All right. So if you're making an adjustment to your nutrition plan, then likely you're going to end up eating less carbs. I don't mean cutting carbs. I mean, so eating less as in like the correct amount of carbs, right? So most people, like their diet is just super carb bias. That's just how it is. All the best foods are full of fucking carbs and fat. But when you eat the correct amount of carbs, which is typically going to be less than what you're eating right now, you are going to lose some water weight because carbs hold on to water. So if you eat the correct amount of carbs, which is usually going to be less, you're going to be holding on to less water. So that's where people can see like a 5 to 10 pound difference, 5 to 10 pounds of weight lost in just a month. Not all of that is going to be fat. Some of it is going to be fat, but then some of it is also going to be water weight. And that's why people are like, oh shit, like, dude, I just lost so much weight, right? And that's exactly what we want. So what you need to do is start thinking about your weekly average. It's not your daily average. Your body doesn't give a fuck about what you did on Monday or any other day. It goes based off of, the best way to think about it is a weekly average. That is how you want to go about it. That's why I'm telling you Do the 3 to 500 calorie deficit Monday to Friday, and then don't fucking go crazy on the weekends. Maintain it, okay? And let me share this. Some of you may be thinking, oh, I'm eating the same amount of food, I must still be in the deficit that I was at during the week. So the reason that's not true is because although weekend food, I like to call it weekend food, it's usually takeout or whatever, you go out to eat, and it may be the same amount of food, but it's way more calorie dense because it has all these butters, oils, sauces, all this shit. The meat that you're getting is not that lean. Like if you go order a burger somewhere, chances are it's not going to be 93 to 96% lean beef. It's going to be probably, I'll say 80% lean or something like that. I really don't know. That's actually a really good question that I'm actually going to have to look into. But I guarantee you it's not 96% lean beef. And you may be eating the same amount as the burger that you prepared at home, but the difference with at home is you're in control of every single fucking macro, every single calorie that goes into that burger. That's why I like to make burgers at home. Also because my wife cooks better than all the shit that we eat at takeout. Like honestly, she really does. She really is that good. Nothing beats a home cooked meal. You guys know that. And what I like about that is that we control the cheese, we control the meat, we control all the toppings, we control the sauces, we control, the bread that we're using. But when you go out to eat, it's not like, oh, hey, you know what? I want this cheese instead of that one. It's like, it's whatever they have on the menu. Oh, hey, I want my meat to be this lean. It's like, bro, we don't do that. Like, oh, I want this type of bun. We don't do that. We only have this bun and this is what you're getting. And usually that bun is greasy as fuck too. So although you may be eating the same amount of food, that takeout food is way more calorie dense. So you're actually eating more calories. And really what it comes down to is how calorie dense your food is. Another tip that you need to start doing is actually tracking what you are eating on the weekend. Even if you go out to eat, sometimes on the menu that you have, it'll actually say the calories, or you can just look it up on the internet. And it'll tell you, type in, like, say you go to Chili's or something. You go to Red Lobster, you go to Texas Roadhouse. Almost said something else. Texas Roadhead. That's usually what, it's like a habit that I always call it that. But so say you go to Texas Roadhouse. I don't remember if it has the calories on the menu, but you're going to want to look at that. I know Olive Garden does for sure. And I looked at one of their meals. I was like, dude, this pasta has 2,000 fucking calories in it. I'm like, oh my God, I know it's because of the sauce and all the cheese and all the shit that they're putting on it. That's why it tastes so damn good, but it's so high in calories. What you need to start doing is just make an effort to track what you're eating on the weekends too. It's not that fucking hard. Get an app. I like to use MyFitnessPal. A lot of people talk shit on it. I think you just don't know how to fucking use it correctly because I've gotten awesome results and that is the only app that I fucking use. So I think you just don't know how to use it correctly. Get the premium. It's only, I think, $90 for an entire year. Like, that's a great investment. You're not spending money, you are investing money, and it works. So to end this video, I just want to say that I think that the main issue is a consistency problem and a lack of tracking food, and honestly awareness too. Like when I was saying how you might eat the same amount of food, but one meal might be more calorie dense than another, it's due to all the oils, butters, and fucking sauces and all that. And what you need to do is start tracking all of that. Just be aware, gain some awareness as to what you're eating if you're serious about your goals. If you're not serious about your goals, then I don't even know why you're watching this video. Think of it this way. It's like you're doing 80% of the hard work, killing it Monday to Friday. And then, but the other 20% is completely screwing you over, man. And that's how people stay stuck for literally years. And then it's super discouraging too. Like, because you feel like you're putting in all this effort throughout the week and then you don't track, you're unaware of what's going on the weekend somehow, and then you're not seeing the progress that you want, so then it becomes discouraging, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking quit. That's like what most sane people would end up doing. If you guys want to check out my system that talks about nutrition on top of training, recovery, and all that stuff, a full blown out plan for you, I actually have a link in the description. It's titled, it'll say free training, and then it'll have the link underneath it. Just check it out, and then let me know what you think. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comments. You're going to get a faster reply from me if you hit me up on Instagram, though. I'm more active on Instagram than I am on YouTube. But just hit me up. I'm going to reply to you anyway, and then we can just have a conversation. That's it for the video. If you guys watched the entire thing, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, because I post regularly. So if you need more content, if you need more help, I'm here to do it. And I like I said, I post regularly. So appreciate you being here, and I'll catch you in the next one.